Hey, what's going on, you guys? What you got to the channel? It's your Big Dog back with another one take review. And today I got one for Loki, episode 5, Journey into Mystery. Listen, this is the penultimate episode. We only got one more episode after this, that season finale. We get next week where we finally get to realize who's behind the TVA, who's pulling the strings. Is it Kong? Is it the Beyonder? Is it Dr. Doom? Is it Ant-Man? Is it another variant of Loki who just wants to get rid of all the other variants of Loki? Who knows, people? I actually have literally no idea. I'm not really great at predictions, and this is Marvel. I don't really know the lore too much, so I really don't have one. But we got to get into this episode, which I thought was pretty good. It wasn't one of my favorite episodes. I still think they kind of go into like episode 4 and the first episode and the second episode. So this probably been like about my 4th favorite episode of the series. But I did enjoy seeing all the different types of Lokis. We found out that little Loki, that's why I like to call him. Your mixtape on the way for little Loki. His next event was that he killed Thor. I was just like, okay, some people got some of the Lokis got pulled away for like, not so great reasons. Like for example, Sylvie got pulled away just for her literally playing, with like Viking ships and toys. But like, I mean, little Loki killed Thor, so it's like, okay, dude, you weren't meant to do that. We need to get you up out of here. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Alligator Loki, which was funny as well. Episode pretty much starts off when we get like a conversation between Sylvie and Renslayer, and basically she's just like, "Yo, tell me what's going on." Renslayer's like, I have no idea. Renslayer says she's in the dark, and I do believe Renslayer is in the dark about certain things. We just don't know exactly what she's in the dark about and what she's not, because she does she plays it a little slick with the whole thing with Miss Minutes, and she also. But she also has a moment with Miss Minutes where she's just like, "Hey, I need the history on the TVA and what's going on." And she's like, Miss Minutes she's like, "Yo, I'm trying to help the person who like created this. They're in danger." So that's probably one of the biggest things. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, does the person who's behind the TVA are they able to see what's going on in the TVA at all times? Do they know the Renslayer is on to them? You have the moment. I really like the moment between Renslayer and B-15, where B-15 basically tells her like, "Yo, no." She said like, "You betrayed the TVA," and B-15 is like, "Who? Like who is the TVA? You don't even know what the TVA is, basically." And another thing I liked that she said was they were talking about Sylvia's gonna find out before her. She was just like, "Yo, you want to know. She needs to know." And the reason I think that the scene cornered me at first, but after I watched it the second time, I'm like, no, that actually makes sense, because like Sylvia got her whole life snatched away, and she has no reason, and she doesn't know why. So she needs to. That's something she needs to know. Like, why did you like completely take my life away from me? You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed that. Like the stuff with the Lokis, like I said, was cool. Seeing President Loki, even though I think from the trailer out there, all of us thought that like that's who our Loki was going to become, but no, there's actually already another variant. Them betraying each other constantly. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that is. I thought that was a little fun, kind of like a little cheesy, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of fun for what the show has been giving us. Loki's being reunited with Sylvia after she like proved herself. I thought that was very smart. I enjoyed that as well. Now, they basically have to take down this. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of Goliath, because I'm just not a big fan of big giant gas monsters. Blame Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, blame the Green Lantern, and blame any other movie that's done this before, because it just doesn't feel right. But their whole thing is like, hey, Loki wants to kill it. Sylvia's like, can't kill it. We can enchant it though, even though we don't know if we can enchant it. So they do. They end up coming together and enchanting it, which doesn't feel like a stretch to me, because one, she told him how she uses her power, how her powers work. Not only that, it's like, hey, we're technically the same person, so we should be able to do the same things. And another moment right before that was when classic Loki was like rebuilding Asgard to distract the big cloud or Alliance. So I like that as well, because that kind of just like signifies like, okay, we're stronger than we realize. or well, stronger than like we've been portrayed in these series. You know what I'm saying? So once they get that opportunity and Loki's able to do it, it's not too far fetched to me. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just simply explain it like she needing more power to do it, and she just like hearkening some of his. You know what I'm saying? Whatever excuse you want to use. So of course they open the gate, and then there's a castle there. Apparently whoever's like behind us all, and I'm kind of wondering like, you're powerful enough to like, you know, have all of this. You didn't think to have a better crib? I'm just saying, bro. But also I got to go back to the moment that one I was happy to see Mobius. Mobius being back, cool. Him and Loki had a moment. You know, they like they hugged and everything. And classy Loki, the way classy Loki went out like a G. You heard me? But there was some dialogue between Loki and Sylvie when they were sitting out, you know what I'm saying, before everything was about to go down, and they were just like, you know, just when they put the cloth around it, and they were just talking, you know, they're having a moment, and they was reminded of like those two getting close, possibly causing a Nexus event. I still hope that is addressed, because I kind of feel like that's just kind of like getting swept under the rug a little bit, that whole storyline as to why those two connecting would cause the next event. But it was another thing I think that was said that kind of maybe hint to it. Every time a Loki tries to change, they get pruned. So I don't know, what does that mean? If a Loki changes his ways or her ways, why does that like affect the sacred timeline and to the point that they have to be pruned or not even, I don't even say sacred timeline. I'm like, why does this affect their plan, whoever's playing that much, so they have to be pruned? We find out the space where everybody gets when they get pruned, we go to, it's called a void, and like I said, a liar pretty much takes all of that stuff out. Back to the Loki and Sylvie moment. That connection is getting closer and closer and closer. But it kind of makes me worried because they both was like, we don't know, I don't know what we're going to do after this. You don't know what you're going to do after this. I think I more so than Loki's life, I might be worried about Sylvie's, because I think she might have this tragic story where she might go. But another thing that happened early in the story, where classy Loki talked about like he recreated a projection so good that it even fooled a mad Titan Thanos. I think that's going to happen in this. I think either Loki's going to go back to his timeline, and once that moment occurs in Endgame, the Thanos we see kill Loki Loki might not actually die. Loki might actually use what's the name? And if they go back to Endgame, think about this. They go back to Endgame and show us a scene of Loki somewhere in a corner creating another Loki. That's gonna be crazy. And he just basically got the idea from classic Loki. Now, what he do after that, it's another thing. That's the way you can bring it back. Even though I think it definitely would take some of the air out of Loki dying in Endgame, just because we see okay, this was the actual Loki, he faked his death again, but that's pretty much what he does. But it'll make sense for the sake of where they going and where the story's progressing later on down the line. And especially if that Loki and Sylvie just basically go off together and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Especially after they take down whoever's like behind everything. It'll be cool. Also, that spot where they was at, where the castle's at, looked like it's in the quantum realm. I don't know. It's just how like some stuff was coming down around it. It looks like it's in the quantum realm. So we just have to wait to see if that's actually confirmed or not next week. But yeah, more. I think I watched this episode 3 times just to make sure I got everything I needed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I miss anything, just let me know down in the comments, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Also, just talk about the episode down in the comments, man. Be on B. Avery's show, just my opinions, at 6 o'clock today Central Time. So if you see this video before then, come over there and holler at us. Gonna be a good show today, breaking down this episode. But till then, peace out, people.